a todos y todas, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos, bienvenidas a todos. Soy yo, Frank, de Katana Kaiji Keys. Voy a bajar un poquito la música. ¿Cómo están? Honestamente tengo bloqueado a todas las personas escondidos. Que me estoy comiendo un pelo de momo. Bienvenidos, welcome everyone to the stream. Hello. I'm here now. I'm gonna try to switch between English and Spanish from time to time, alright? Yes, as you can see on my right is the one and only, the well-known among the worlds of keyboards. It's Taeha Types. Hello, Nathan. How are you doing, man?
Good, how are you? Thank you for having me tonight.
Hello. How are you doing, guys? Well, Nathan. Let me first tell you that this is quite an honor for me to have you in this moment. To be honest,
No problem.
I mean, this is just. I mean, I would say this is mostly. I would say this is basically one of the best. For everyone that builds keyboards, just like me and other people that I see in the chat, I would say it's just like a dream kind of come true. So thank you for taking the time to spend just with us. This interview is basically aimed towards the the Spanish speaking community. But I mean, I'm gonna try to do both. I mean, go from both English to Spanish to do my best. But please, if you want to, please, can you introduce yourselves? I mean, I know everyone knows you, but I mean, any words that you have for the community, please be my guest.
Yeah. Do you often switch between back in English and Spanish on your regular streams?
No, I mean, mostly the people that I have in the stream and Spanish-speaking people. From time to time, I can. But I mean, there is supposed to be. I added this feature of a stream closed caption. So if people want to do that, that's supposed to be there. But I don't know if that's. I mean, I haven't tried that. But most of us, we understand English, so I would say it's gonna be fine. But yeah, please, by all means.
Yeah. Well, I'm Nathan, or Taeha Types. Taeha's my Korean name. Nathan's my English name. So feel free to call me whatever. But I do the same thing pretty much Frank does, but in English. I build keyboards every week. I cover some of the keyboard news, but not so much. Just a regular enthusiast member who really likes keyboards. I've been in the hobby, I guess seriously since 2017, and then went full-time just doing keyboard content creation last September.
2017. So it means that you're 3 years now, right?
Yeah, well, so I've been following the scene since like 2015, but I didn't really consider myself like becoming an enthusiast until 2017.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah. I mean, I just started like a couple of months ago. I would say, wow. I would say that I have a long way to go. But I mean, this niche, I would say, is one of the most, at least in my point of view, is one of the most beautiful that I have been to, and I have been into a bunch of them. But I've met a lot of people that actually are very nice, just like you. Thank you for the donation. I cannot see. Hey, Eduardo. Kobash. I kind of know how to pronounce this. Do you know how to pronounce that name? Kobasesh? Kubasech?
I don't know. I don't see the donation.
Is the guy that built Pandora. But I always have problems.
Kubacek,
yes.
Yeah.
The thing, I mean, I don't know if you knew that, but he's Mexican. Well, he's some part of Mexican in his blood.
I actually don't know what his ethnicity is.
Yes, he is. And we have been talking, obviously in Spanish, so it's actually he's very nice. He's very nice.
Okay. I didn't know he's Mexican.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
Great.
Yeah, we're going to share some tacos sometime in the future. Okay, so I'm going to switch just quickly to Spanish. Just to greet our friends and to say
yeah, no problem.
Okay, bueno, amigos y amigas, gracias por darse una vuelta. Voy a hablar rapidísimo en español. Primero que nada, pues bueno, gracias a todas las personas que se están dando una vuelta aquí por el stream. no sé, me siento, pues ya saben, súper honrado y emocionado de tener a Taeha aquí en el canal. Creo que es una oportunidad que muchas personas quisieran y pues bueno. Entonces, pues bueno, hoy va a ser una entrevista hacia Taeha. Vamos a hacer unas cuantas preguntas. Tengo un par de dinámicas interesantes y se van a divertir. Él se va a divertir, yo me voy a divertir, ustedes se van a divertir. Van a ver que va a estar muy, muy bueno. Preguntas, va a haber una opción para preguntas en un punto. Entonces, pues bueno, pueden preguntar en inglés, pueden preguntar en español, lo que ustedes quieran, ¿no? Y gracias de nuevo por los follows. Gracias Eduardo por esa donación. Y a las personas que van llegando y que van a llegar más, bienvenidos y bienvenidas. En teoría debería haber un botón para activar los captions. Se supone que sí lo activé, en el cual ustedes pueden ver ahí cuando estoy hablando en inglés. Si no, pues sad face para mí, ¿va? Pero bueno, I'm gonna switch back to English now. All right.
Oh man, I'm just like, what is he saying?
I
did catch the last part. You talked about the captions at the end. I caught that bit.
Yes, exactly. At least that part was good. Thank you for the subscription, Cedric. Cedric, thank you. But yeah, I mean, it seems like you're actually getting the Spanish. I would say that the more you listen to me talking in Spanish, the more fluent you're gonna get. I promise to you. At the end of this interview, I'm positive that you will know how to say at least one of the most important words in Spanish. I give you that for free.
One of the most important words in Spanish.
Yes.
Wow.
At least for the community. If you want to come to Mexico for time in the future, I would say you're gonna enjoy that. Okay. So let's begin with the questions. All right.
Okay.
Perfect. So we're gonna start with the first ones. Here we go. Okay. So the first question that we have. This is going to be based on questions. We're going to have some questions. Most of these questions are going to be related to the niche, right? To keyboards and switches. You know, most of them are going to be some things that you have already been asked. Okay, so I'm going to try to not to be so redundant to make this more interesting. Okay. Now, the first question that we have, and I would say this is talking from our behalf. I mean, me as Mexican and being part of Latin America. So what is your thought, or what do you think about the Latin American keep culture? And if you don't know anything about that, it's okay. We are like ghosts now. But what would you say are the good ways to, you know, to improve this, to develop this community, just like the way the community in the United States, the community in Canada, Korea, China, etc., etc.
Oh, so I actually just checked my analytics for my YouTube channel before coming live. And in terms of geography, Spain is the 10th in terms of popularity, or how do I describe it? The 10th most popular country in terms of viewership for my channel is Spain.
Okay.
And then there's Brazil shortly after that. So I do feel like there is a growing Spanish and Latin American growing community. And I think something that helped is also I built a keyboard for Alex El Capo last year. He's a big influencer / gamer in that region. So I think that's definitely something that's helped. I'm not sure specifically what's different about like the keep culture there or in Latin America. I don't know, maybe there is a difference. I have talked to Mr. Keeves quite a bit often too. He was like kind of one of the early folks kind of spearheading that front. And then there's Gondo, who I talk to quite regularly as well. So but I feel like Did you know that in Brazil they don't speak Spanish? That is correct. Yes, they speak Portuguese.
Yes. Actually,
okay, yes. Yeah. One of my cousins lives in Brazil, so I know that. But I mean, isn't it considered Latin America though?
Yeah. Actually, yes, okay. It is. It's just a random fact that I want to say. But yes, okay. So it's growing. So is there something different in like Spanish keep culture versus like in the States? That's what I want to know. Well, basically, and this is gonna sound like I don't want to use this as an excuse, all right? But well, the economy is different, right? There are things that influence that a lot, since the fundamentals, you know, the background of this whole niche is to buy things from manufacturers abroad. Usually we tend to pay our taxes, right? We have taxes, we have prices that are based on a different sort of manufacturer. Since we are not buying in batches like, I don't know, like Logitech or Corsair or Razer, in which you can buy a ton of keyboards. In this case, we actually, I mean, you know the niche, right? You need to buy like I don't know, 100 units, okay? And it's obviously going to be more expensive. So I would say if you take that into account, and also you add taxes and how the Mexican peso is compared to the dollar. Yes, just to give you an idea, just to give you a random number, the Iron 180, which is gonna be like in $500, around $500, for us is paying like 3 months of rent, depending where you live in Mexico City, for one keyboard.
Yeah.
So yeah, it tends to be expensive, and I think usually, well, mainly that's gonna be the reason why people are so like cautious or wary to buy a keyboard. You know, I don't know what your thoughts about that, and taking that into account, how do you think would be like some measures that we can do as a community in Latin America to start to foster these, to encourage these? You know.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, and then like the European countries, they have to deal with customs and like VAT as well. It really is rough in those parts. I feel like the way to tackle that, well, first the community has to be there. I think there needs to be more people like you, like people, content creators. I don't like the word influencers, but influencers, people who can put keyboards on the map and raise awareness for it. And then once that's there, then maybe we can start to see vendors. Because currently there's no like Latin American proxies really for group buys. So you guys have to go through whatever is available. But having proxies, I feel like would definitely help with reducing some of the costs. If there's a dedicated vendor in these places that can purchase in bulk and then kind of lessen that load, that would be nice in the future. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a niche market still in those areas. Like even in America, it's still considered kind of niche. We're definitely growing. But I mean, even as we're scaling, like vendors are still seeing some of the issues that, I mean, it's not nowhere near as bad as in other countries, but everyone's trying to scale right now. That's kind of the problem everyone's trying to figure out.
Yes.
We definitely have a lot more exposure here in the States, but I think that's probably the first step.
But it has grown. I mean, how much? It has grown like very exponentially, right? I mean, 2 years ago, how was the niche, the keyboard community when you started, you know, streaming keyboards compared to now? That I don't know how many streamers were with when you started. I mean, it was you. I don't know if Alex was already also streaming, or Apiary. I don't know who else. But now, I mean, just in English, I mean, for English speaking audience, you have like, I don't know, like 20 streamers, different streamers are actually, and they all do good. I mean, most of them they actually do good. So how do you think, how has it been, the whole growth of keyboards, and how are your predictions for the upcoming years?
How is the growth?
I mean, you think it's out of control?
Growth. Yeah, I feel like a large part of the growth was just kind of people like you and me, like just content creators. I've talked about it before on other streams too, but what I did differently was I started targeting Twitch streamers, high-profile Twitch streamers who could potentially be interested in purchasing these nice customs that the community is making. And then when they see that big streamer using such a nice keyboard, it brings awareness to their whole audience. And then it's a mixing and sharing of audiences on Twitch, as well as on YouTube. So like when the Tfue build happened, was that this year? No, it was last year. It was last year. Yeah, yes. Last year. I think that's probably when we probably saw like an exponential spike. And then from there, it's just kind of with Tfue's audience being exposed to this custom scene, it just spread throughout his audience. And then one person knows, they tell their friends, and then they tell their friends, and it just branches out from there.
Okay. And your predictions in the future, do you think this is going to be like some sort of, do you think this is going to stop in I don't know, in the upcoming future? Or do you think it's going to reach like a peak and then go down? Or do you think it's going to go more and more? Since nowadays, for example, I mean, I was checking because since I started up a couple of months ago, a few months ago, I started in the whole group by, addiction, and I realized that in order for me to get I don't know, a GMK say for bento, right? I got into the group buy for bento round 2, and the shipping is estimated for around April of the next year, and I bought that in June or July, almost a year, which didn't happen when the niche. I mean, a year ago, Olivia was supposed to be said like in 6 weeks, and 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 months, right? So and now we have been experiencing this huge delay in orders regarding keyboards, regarding any kind of manufacturer, especially on keycap sets, right? So, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think it's gonna be good? It's gonna be bad? Are we doomed?
Yeah, so I can tell you just based off like what I have planned for the upcoming year, no vendor needs to worry about
Really?
a shortage. No vendor needs to worry about a shortage of demand. I can tell you confidently, we will probably see another Tfue spike, just based off what I have planned and what I know of. I feel like the thing that will determine whether this hobby continues to grow or not is whether, like you said, if these manufacturers and vendors can handle the scaling. I think that's the bigger issue.
Okay.
Like let's say we double from this current size, but no one else is scaling in terms of production.
Yeah.
I think people are just gonna get turned off from that. Like, why even bother try to enter this raffle when there's like 10,000 people trying to purchase 100 group buy unit?
Exactly.
I think that's gonna be the biggest deterrent to the hobby. Not hobby dying, but the hobby maybe getting smaller. It might not receive the attention it could potentially get because there's just not enough people scaling.
Which is gonna be
like GMK, for example, they are getting new machines, but I don't know whether it's gonna be enough. Like, is that gonna be future proof? Like, let's say they do get these new machines running, but in 5 months' time, when the hobby is even bigger, would that be enough, or are we just gonna be back to square one? That's gonna be.
Yeah, probably what they're doing is just, getting new machines to cover the market as it is now. But they are not predicting what's gonna happen in the future. They should be like, instead of buying one machine, they should be buying like 3 or I don't know, 2 or 3 more machines to cover for the prediction they have, because probably this is gonna be. I would say this is gonna explode. I mean, just in the US, which I would say the US and Canada, I like the biggest market that we have regarding keyboards. I mean, the whole Latin America is still growing, and we just started a couple of months ago. Right, and this is gonna go big because in Latin America we're huge. I mean, when it comes to people, right, we're a lot of people, and usually we can say that money is like some sort of a limitation. But in the end, let's be honest, right? I have spent a bunch of money in keyboards and keycaps, and thanks to the pandemics, also this also has had some influence in this situation. But yeah, I think it's interesting, and it would be nice if GMK, I don't know how the process of customer service is with them. I don't know if they are also transparent when it comes to, this is what's happening, this is what's going to happen in the future. But maybe they need to do something to try to solve this situation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with the next question. All right. I'm going to choose a random one. This is easy. Thok or clack?
Okay. If I had to choose one, I'm definitely a thok kind of guy.
Okay, how would you define thok and how would you define clack? Just with a few words.
How do you define thok? That's hard. I don't know if there's a universally agreed upon definition for thok or clack. Like, it's just one of those things where you hear it and you know it.
You feel it.
But you can't, you feel it, but you can't really encapsulate it in a definition.
Yeah, I would say thok is like a round, creamy, or not creamy, like thick sound. I would say
thick, kind of bassy. It's on the more lower end.
Exactly. Yeah. And clack, will you go like a higher, like a high frequency, like open?
Yeah, clack's definitely higher. Yeah.
Okay. So which one did you go? You can only choose one.
I'm definitely a low.
Low?
But I mean, even creamy, right? Like I use the term creamy a lot, but like, what does creamy mean?
I don't know. Doesn't even.
How do you describe creamy?
Doesn't even make sense. Yes, I mean when I said that, I was like, no, dude, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, okay. Thok.
Like you hear it and like, okay, that's creamy, but like, what makes something creamy? No one really knows.
Yeah, it's like trying to describe with using like I don't know, some different analogies. It's just as you said, just how it feels, how it sounds is how you can describe that. Okay. All right.
What are you? What do you prefer?
I also go with Thok, but would you consider? I mean, I essay keycaps, the profile.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider those like Thoki sound?
I think in certain builds it can be Thoki. Yeah, I would say so.
Because I hate how essay profile sounds on the spacebar. I cannot stand. I mean, it's like too.
Spacebar is the worst.
Yeah, in regarding essay, I'm a huge fan of GNK. I mean, cherry profile, but I think that the thicker the keycaps are, the thockier the sound is. I think that's like the. I would say I don't know.
Okay.
That's my assumption.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question. What do you think? And this is actually very interesting since most of our audience is actually new or starting to get into the niche. Which one do you say is like the best keyword now at the moment, like custom keyword, not pre-built, to start in the niche?
Best custom keyboard to start in the niche for beginners?
Yes, someone that doesn't have, I mean, a high budget and is fairly new. Maybe two options like hot swap or even soldering. But I mean, which one do you think is going to be the nicest?
There's a lot of factors. Availability being one of them.
Indeed.
I feel like the addition of the NK65, it's a very affordable first custom keyboard that I think a lot of people can try out. But the problem is availability. I think a lot of the KBD fans products are nice. The Taeha 68 is something I recommend for a lot of newcomers as well. GK61 is even cheaper, I think. So I'm pretty sure you could find hot swap PCBs or solderable for either of them. So depending on which one you want to go with, probably those two. Yeah,
and I would say that, I mean, the GK61, you can find that even, I mean, in most places, that is actually in stock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The next one, right? I think that's a good one. Don't mind me if I ask this question, right? Because I would say most of people want to know how is the life of a streamer, of someone popular as you are. Because I mean, on a screen, it would seem that everything is perfect and we have everything fixed. That you have a tons of sponsorships, you receive keyboards every single day, and everything is perfect, right? But there is something that we need to take into account, which is what is behind that, and some part that builds us as people is the personal relationships that we have, right? Friends, family, I don't know, a partner. So how has influenced, not using affect, how much of or what kind of influence has or had this the life of a streamer, of a high scale or high profile streamer like you are now?
How is it? Oh man, it's blurry.
Blurry.
I think I would say if you do commit to being a full-time streamer, it's pretty much a lifestyle. Like the line between work and rest, like playing, I feel like it becomes kind of grayed.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I think a lot of Twitch and streaming in general is also just about the people, right? Mm-hmm. Like you watch a live stream for the communal one-on-one personal aspect of it over watching a YouTube video, and then just collaborating with other streamers like what you're doing right now. It's all about the connections and the people. And like, not that I spend my hours on Discord every day, but like, you know, sometimes I do question, like, should I be on Discord right now? Like, am I working or am I playing? But like, at the same time, you also want to interact with your community that you've built.
Yeah.
And you want to get to know the people, you want to help them out, and you want to talk to them. So yeah, I would say it's more of a lifestyle.
Okay.
I do try my hardest to keep like a 40-hour a week or whatever people work. But I have found it hard. Yeah, especially because you get pulled to do other things.
Okay.
Like behind the scenes. Like you got to respond to emails sometimes. I like ship out stuff sometimes.
And you
I got to go to the post office to pick up mail.
Yes.
And like it distracts the flow of things.
But has this affect your personal life? I mean, relationship with I don't know, your parents. What do they think about you? What do they think about what you do? Right? I mean, if I try to explain my mother, which she doesn't know, by the way, but if I try to explain her, like, hey, mom, I just spent $500, which is 15,000 pesos. In a keyboard, which is in a keycap set. I spent $300 in the aftermarket to buy some keycap sets. I mean, how can I explain that to my mother, which is gonna tell me, I mean, what are you doing, all right? So what do your parents think about what do you do when you started? Now, what do they think? And I would say you have a girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does she think? I mean, girlfriends are amazing. I would say, I mean, mine, she supports me. And I would say yours too, because you even have this spot like this YouTube channel, right? In which you upload blogs.
Yeah, I've been vlogging lately.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is that about?
My parents, they don't understand it at all. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with like Asian culture and like Asian upbringings, but I mean, you probably know the stereotypes of like Asian kids and whatnot. Very strict, like you gotta study when you're young. You got to go to a good college. You got to get straight A's. They were kind of like that. And when I didn't really bring it up to my parents until I was making enough on Twitch to kind of show something that maybe it is something viable. So they actually were pretty supportive of it. The biggest thing being they liked the fact that I would be working for myself and not for someone else under a company.
Okay.
And thankfully my platforms have grown since I've gone full time. So they don't really question it. They still don't know why people buy keyboards or spend so much, but I mean, I haven't been unable to pay rent or anything, so they're happy with it. Yeah, my girlfriend, she still doesn't understand. I think she's gotten better. Like she can appreciate some of the nicer keyboards that I've like shown her, but I mean, it still baffles a lot of my friends why people would spend hundreds on a keyboard.
Did you meet your girlfriend before starting in the keyboards or after keyboards?
Oh yeah, I met her way before.
Okay, so she has been in the whole process of transforming Taeha into keyboard streamer. Yes. Okay. Well,
yeah.
She has been supportive. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, once again, my girlfriend also supports me, and she. I mean, funny story. The first GMK set that I bought, which is the 9009. I was so hesitant because I bought it from Dixie, and it was it was an extra, and it was $150, and if with the shipping to Mexico with $50 shipping, so it was $200. Yes, $200 for a GMK set, and I was so hesitant because I mean it's too much. It was too much money, and I was like, dude, I need to ask someone responsible to try to help me with this big decision. And I called my girlfriend, and the first thing that she told me was, go for it. And I was, okay. So yeah, I mean, even on these sort of decisions, I mean, it has been nice, right? It's always to have someone that supports you in this kind of way. So I'm glad that you are being supported and that I am supported. And hopefully everyone in chat is also supported by people that they have close to them, and that they don't need to understand what we feel about keyboards. They don't need to understand what is thokey and what is clacky, all right? It's just it's just how it is, okay? Nice. Okay.
Actually, I have a question. I mean, you don't have to answer this. Do you live far from the American border?
Yes, I live in Mexico City. It's like it's closer to the south than to the north. But I'm not from Mexico City. I was born in La Paz. I would say, I don't know if you know La Paz, Baja California Sur. Well, Cabo San Lucas? Cabo, you know Cabo. No?
Oh, Cabo, yeah.
Yeah, Cabo San Lucas. I was born in a small town very close from Cabo San Lucas. So yeah, I lived there for 27 years. Then I moved to Mexico some years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say maybe it might be cheaper for you to just like pay someone in California or wherever to just like stock up, and then you just make a drive up one day.
Yeah, that's usually what we do, and I mean I have done that because all the things that I have, for example, I mean I just everything related to keyboards, since I cannot buy those things in Amazon, I have to do that, and it's very nice because I have a bunch of people that supports me regarding that. So I'm a lucky guy. I'm a privileged person.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. Thank you, Fernanda, if you're in the chat, because she's the one that helps me with that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I know Mr. Keebs, for example.
Oh.
He would like wait to like I think fly over to the States sometimes, and he just like packs a bunch of bags and goes back to Brazil.
Like Santa Claus.
Like he just buys so much, and like he'll be paying ridiculous amounts in taxes and everything.
Exactly.
It's just cheaper for him to fly over and then just take it back with him.
Well, I mean that works. Okay. All right. Next question. What are your now? Because I know that those things may change. What would you say are your favorite keycaps now? Or if you, in case you have like a top one favorite of all times, which is it? If you don't, what is the one that you love now at the moment?
Man, I get asked that all the time. I don't know what my all-time favorite keycap set is. It's always changing.
Yes.
I recently finally opened my GMK Pingzu set. That one's really nice. I've been really liking it. What have I gotten? GMK Dual Shot also looks really nice. I highly regretted not joining the group buy, and then I picked up an extra. Because once I started seeing the pictures, I was like, man, I gotta have it. So those two are my current flavors. What else did I get recently? Olivia Dark. I'm using Olivia Dark too.
Do you like?
So I guess those are my.
Do you like dark better than light?
It depends on the set.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do like lighter colored sets as well, but Olivia Dark. I think maybe because I've just been so used to Olivia Light. And then like I went through seeing it skyrocket in price, and like I've just had it for so long. I think dark is just a little bit more refreshing to me to see it different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how much have you spent on keywords? I mean, no one in total, but I mean, how much is the highest amount of money that you have paid for keyboards or anything related? I mean, keycaps, keyboard switches, whatever. How much is and what would be your top, like your limit? That's enough.
I think anything 5 digit.
Okay.
Definitely. I would have to. I don't know what I would pay 5 digits for. I have paid 4 digits for a keyboard.
Really?
In the past, yeah.
Nice. Wow. I mean, I don't want to. I don't even know to know. I don't even need to know which one it is. Okay. And for keycaps?
I can say it. Yeah. I mean, the most expensive keyboard I've purchased. It's a vintage keyboard. It's a beam spring.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much impossible to find it for 3 digits nowadays.
All right.
But at the time, they're going for around 1,100, 200-ish.
And is it because you use it, or is it because just like a collection?
Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, it's collection.
Okay.
I am supposed to convert it. I have not gotten to it yet, though. But yes, I do plan on converting it, restoring it, and then using it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice. I mean, I have seen the keyboards that you have on the back. I mean, now I don't know if you have them, but when you used to be your former house, where you have the keyboards on the back, I mean, they look very nice. You have the claviers, Alice. You have I forgot the names of those keyboards, but I mean, they look amazing. I mean,
I mean, it rotates out.
Yeah, but that's amazing collection. Okay. All right. Another question. Okay, now talking about we talk about customs. We're gonna continue talking about customs, but let's switch a little bit and go to the pre-builds. So what would you say is like your what would you consider is like the best option when it comes to pre-builds? And if there is a rival or like if there will be like a top one pre-built keyboard that would even match like a custom one.
Do we have to take... I feel like that's a vague question because budget changes for pre-builds. Availability is also a difference between some pre-builts. If budget is not an issue, I think Topra.
Cobra?
It's technically a pre-built.
Yeah,
it's not.
actually
It's an odd thing. Is it a custom? Is it a pre-built? I would say it's still a pre-built.
Okay.
But it's obviously very expensive.
Actually, it is. How much?
Yeah.
How much is that in the US? Like a 200?
I think if you purchase a retail one, it's 200 or 300 for a 87U, the TKL version.
Okay. Well, yeah, expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you could find it used on Mech Market or other places for much cheaper.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And the brands that we know. I mean,
Yeah, in terms of brands, I can't say I've tried many. I get a lot of people coming in asking what's the best pre-built. I don't have too much experience with it, but I've been telling everyone Leopold. I really like Leopold keyboards. Philco's a pretty good brand as well. Varmillo, I've tried a couple of their boards as well too.
Okay. And talking about brands, and this is funny because I saw this tweet a couple of months ago, yes, when this keyboard was released, the Huntsman Mini, and I saw this tweet of yours that you didn't receive a copy. What do you think? I mean, I don't want to go like into polemics, all right? It's just I mean, you reviewed the Huntsman Tournament Edition, right? So but you didn't get a copy from Mini. So why you?
No. So it turns out the guys handling it was just DMing people on Twitter. They never sent me an email.
Okay.
I didn't have my DMs opened at the time, so he just couldn't get a hold of me. They actually sent one out afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you tried that?
I have yet to unbox it.
How long was it? How long has it been since you get the keyboard?
It's been months.
Wow.
It must be at least 2-3 months since I've had it. I still haven't opened it up.
Do you have a schedule to organize yourself? I mean, to be honest, I'm a pretty messy guy, so I always forget to do things. But I mean, I can even picture how would it be to have tons of keyboards to review, or I mean, anything that you have to do. All right, how do you manage to control that? I mean, are you a organized person, or are you messy?
I'm a mix.
Okay.
I would like to think I have decent memory. So far, most of the stuff I've done, I don't really like schedule things in. I have, as of late, been scheduling builds in. But yeah, for the most part, it's just been going off my head. But lately, I've been trying to get more organized. Like but a viewer of mine actually sent me like a notebook to try out.
Nice.
Just like practice writing. I've been using calendars. I've been scheduling builds, and then I think it's also nice on the client's end. Like once they have a scheduled in date, they know when to expect to see it happen. But I mean, I obviously have a spreadsheet of like the builds I need to go through because people sign up for it. But I've been penciling builds in. I've been trying to be more organized.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many commissions would you have. Are you close now, right? Regarding commissions. So yeah, I would say it's gonna be hard, especially since. Do you usually take orders or commissions from the US and Canada, right?
Well, it's open worldwide, but that's where most of my clients are.
What's the weirdest place you have built a keyboard from, or the client? Like the weirdest or farthest or I don't know, like the randomest place that you have actually built a keyboard to someone from that place.
Oh man, I'm gonna butcher this place's name. I think you pronounce it Mauritius.
Mauritius? How do you spell that?
Mauritius. Mauritius.
Islas Mauricio? Itius. Maybe that's. Where is that? Do you know where is that?
It is. Where is it? It's an island nation in the Indian Ocean. Wow. Oh, southeast coast of Africa.
Okay, well that's far away.
Yeah.
And which keyboard was it?
I don't even think I built them keyboards. This was early on when I actually offered lube services. I think they just ordered switches, but shipping alone on that, I think came out to close to like 100 on just a bag of lube switches because it's like so remote. Yeah.
Wow. So they pay you to loop switches?
I did very early on when I was like before I blew up. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was still like a very early on content creator, I was lubing switches.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. and talking about that, I mean, now we have talked about the country. Now, what about the keyboard? Which build has been like the best experience? Because now building a keyboard is also part. I mean, it's supposed to offer you an experience, right? What has been the best experience that you have had, and which has been the worst? If you can mention that. If you cannot, don't worry. But it's just I'm curious. I want to know which one has been like the wow. I really enjoy building this keyboard, and I hate with all my heart building this one.
Oh man, I think the best still probably when the Key Cult #2 stainless steel was released.
Okay.
It was still somewhat like early days for Key Cult, somewhat early days for me. We had like a big event planned with it with Key Cult to like release the #2 stainless steel. When the #2 design came out, it kind of like wowed the community because there hadn't really been anything like it before, and Key Cult was kind of they were doing something very different at the time, and we had a huge stream. I think that was probably the biggest stream I had at the time because everyone came in to see like what this #2 Key Cult was like. It was also the stainless steel edition, which Key Cult only made 10 of, and just getting to play around with that in front of all these people, I think that was probably the best stream experience that I can still remember to date.
Okay.
The worst? Oh man, what would the worst be? There's a lot. my thumbs have gone through a lot. Like some builds, the switches are just so tight, you just can't push it in. Oh man, some builds are just rough. The worst stream?
Or just mention. I mean, it doesn't have to be the stream.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
I mean, the worst build. The worst build.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much build most of the builds on stream, so it would have to be some kind of Holy Panda with brass plate build I've done in the past.
Why?
It's just so tight, some of them,
Okay.
Especially the old Singa keyboards and TGR keyboards with the brass plate. It was bad.
So
Yeah, there was a time.
your
There was a
fingers.
time when I would like wear like silicone, like finger
Like,
protections because it was just hurting so much.
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, nothing regarding, I mean, the experience of the missing part or something that the design was flawed or something.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Good. Fair enough. It's 8. Well, we have like room for more questions. Do you want to ask them questions, by the way? I mean, you're open to ask me questions too, all right? In case you want to.
Yeah. Questions for you?
If you want to. I'm actually looking at the questions because I have a bunch of questions. This is a good one. Would you like to come to Mexico? I mean, I'm not actually. I mean, yes, I'm inviting you, but not now to my place. But I mean, would you be interested in coming to Mexico sometime in the future, or I don't know, in the future? And if so, would you be willing to try some keywords that people in Latin America design?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've pretty much lived in California my whole life. I wouldn't say I know I'm fully aware of like Mexican culture and history, but I've definitely been exposed to it. I love Mexican cuisine. That's probably, I think Mexican cuisine is definitely like top 3 for me.
Really?
So I would go there just for the food alone.
Have you tried Mexican cuisine? I mean, like real, original from actual Mexico? I mean, I'm not saying that the food that you have in California is not the same, but I mean, I would say it's gonna be different. I mean, even in our states, it's not the same mole. I don't know if you have tried mole.
I have tried mole. I love mole.
So, for example, it's not the same to try mole in the center, in the capital, Puebla. I mean, the region of the metropolitan area, that to try that in the north. Even among us in our states, there is a difference. Tortillas, they are different in the north of the country than in the south of the country. So, have you tried mole from actual? I mean,
Well, the only mole I've tried is in California.
Okay.
But from what I hear, the place is pretty authentic.
Okay.
The one place I do remember, their mole was amazing. Yeah. So I mean, my extent to Mexican cuisine is in California, but I've definitely tried a lot of things out of just like the stereotypical like burritos and tacos. I have tried some.
What are the things that you have tried? You have tried mole, tacos.
I've tried mole, burritos. I love pupusas.
What?
Pupusa? Isn't that a Mexican?
What is that? Pupusa?
Or pupuseria? Is that what it's called?
I don't know what is that.
What?
No. I'm from Salvador. I'm from Salvador. They're right on the chat.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We all look the same. No.
Everyone has it here, so I assume those.
It's good. So, I mean, even myself, I got confused from time to time. So we have tacos, we have mole, we have what else? Burritos. What else?
What else have I tried?
Quesadillas.
Yeah, I've tried quesadillas.
Okay. Have you tried chile rellenos?
Yes.
Ah, nice. Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy food.
Nice. I'm gonna send you some food. I'm gonna send you some food for you to try. Have you tried mezcal and tequila?
Yes. I prefer mezcal over tequila.
Nice. I think you're more Mexican than I am. Very good.
Really?
Have you tried? The thing is, we have one thing that in Mexico that is very like, I don't know. We like to suffer. Yes, and there is one thing that we actually do. I think it's, I don't even know what it is, but it's whether mezcal or tequila. We like to add a scorpion inside the bottle of, I think it's tequila. Tequila has a scorpion inside, and mezcal has worms. I think that is that. But we actually eat that along with the.
Does it add to the flavor? What's the reasoning behind?
I have no idea. Idea. Yes. Okay. So the thing is, I don't know. I always get confused because I don't drink. I know that there are scorpions and there are worms, and I'm positive because I drink that when I was in Garibaldi. Garibaldi is a place that we have in Mexico that you can go, and I mean it's like a very Mexican place, right? A very Mexican in Mexico. So you can imagine, I mean, mariachis, music, and people dancing, and I don't know if in LA you have these things that are called toques toques. Have you heard of those things?
What is that? I might know it, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Those are like two sticks made out of metal, and they are connected to like a small power supply. And people actually, I mean, we Mexicans, I know, I tell you all, but we are savage people. We grab these things and we turn that on so we can get electrocuted. I mean, we receive some small shocks, and this is actually.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, and this actually is very common, and especially in these like very Mexican places. You can actually go Google that. You can see a lot of people, like there are I don't know, it's a table which people are surrounded and they grab from their hands. And they are connected to that thing, and they turn that on, and they're like more and more, and you can see actually, you can feel your hands like bending because of the electricity.
Yeah, the muscles. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And this is something that we enjoy in Mexico. Yeah.
Do people die from it? Like, what if it goes wrong?
I don't know. I mean, the guy usually. If you want to try this, there is a random guy. Walking down the street that is having those things and toques, and that's how he actually sells the opportunity to die out of electrocution. So he's like, yeah, toques, and you have to call for the guy. So you call for the guy, they arrive. There's no like papers. There's nothing like you need to sign these before. No, it's about your own risk, okay? But I mean, I haven't met anyone yet that hasn't died out of that. I mean, everyone is. But it's nice. You should try it. If you come to Mexico, I can take you to those places. It's gonna be fun. I promise to you.
Yeah, I mean, they better have a lot of good reviews on not killing people.
I'm gonna try to live for that thing. So what's the most Mexican thing that you have tried?
Most Mexican thing I have tried.
And I'm talking about Mexico because I'm Mexican, right? I haven't been to other parts of Latin America, sadly. So I can only speak by myself as a Mexican.
I think probably mole.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I used to be a software engineer, there was just like one place that like was like revered as like a very authentic place, and they were known for their moles.
Mole. I don't like mole.
Yeah.
People.
You don't like it? What?
People are gonna hate me, but I don't like mole. I don't know why.
All right, I'm more Mexican than you are.
Yes, indeed. And I'm gonna receive some hate in the comments because I don't like mole. But yes, that's a truth that I have. I don't like mole. but you know what I like? Carne asada. You know what carne asada is? Like
yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
that's
amazing. Yeah, with
do you like carne asada more than al pastor?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What?
I mean, there's no
I
comparison.
like al pastor better.
Yeah.
What? Al pastor all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
well, I think it's easier to do al pastor wrong than it is carne asada.
Yes, indeed.
Like I've had some really bad al pastor, and I was like, I should have just gotten carne asada.
Okay. Well, yeah. But it's I don't know. Yeah, definitely yes. A pastor is more difficult to do, to actually put it off. And do you know that actually carne al pastor, tacos al pastor, they're not even Mexican. They are
it's not.
No, they are Arab. Well, they are based on Arab culture, but it's not Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah, actually,
that does make sense because like the way the thing they cut it from is kind of similar.
Exactly, trompo.
Okay.
That's the name of the thing. But there's a bunch of things that we got from people from. I mean, thanks to the colony, the conquest, and all the things. There's a bunch of things that we got from there, all right? Like tacos al pastor, churros. I don't know if you have tried churros.
Yeah.
Those are Spanish. They're not even Mexican. And I just learned that. Yeah, I learned that like a month ago, and I almost cried because I love churros, and I thought they were.
Yeah, and I'm also big into like tripas, lengua, all the intestinal stuff. Ooh.
Do you like that?
Yeah. I love it.
Nice.
Koreans also like try to use a lot of the animals and livestock, so
we don't waste.
We have a lot of similarities in that sense.
The only thing that I don't like is eyeballs.
I've never tried eyeballs.
Really? And that's very common.
I've tried fish eye, but like not in Mexican cuisine.
Okay, no, in Mexican cuisine I think that's common, but I mean in Mexican cuisine there is in some parts of the country we hunt for deer and we don't waste food, so it's very common that you can have some tacos of eyeballs, brains, tongue, and all these things together. I mean, I haven't tried that, to be honest. No, I don't like that. I mean, we even have a dish that is called moronga, which is a mix, which is blood. The blood of the animal. I mean, but you put it in a.
Blood's good. Yeah.
I don't like that. It's just.
Blood's good.
You're definitely more Mexican than I am. Indeed. Yes.
Yeah, there's a Korean like blood soup dish. One of my favorite.
Really?
It's like congealed blood.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. Yeah, it's so good.
We're actually very alike. I'm surprised. But that's good. Okay, nice. All right. I think we have room for one more question before we get into the next thing. All right. Let's see, because I have a ton of them, and sadly, I'm not gonna be able to go for all of them. Okay, this is a good one, and I think it's interesting. You know that as I told you at the beginning, all right, you represent a lot of things. Okay, in my case, for example, I mean, you were like a huge inspiration for the things that I have done, and I hopefully continue to do. All right, you have been a whole inspiration for a bunch of people in the world. How does it feel to be the face? To be the face, because I would say if everyone wants to start with custom keyboards, that person is meant to know you in any form, like in YouTube channel, like in streaming, in Twitch, Instagram. I mean, you're the face. Practically, you're like the figure of mechanical keyboards, but as a person, as a human. How does it feel to have that some sort of not burden, but responsibility? Now is that responsibility. I have said that. I'm sorry.
That's a good question. It's a mixed bag of feelings. I mean, on the one hand, like it is nice that like people recognize me. It is nice that every time someone comes in and says, "Oh, your videos like helped me figure this out, or oh, you're the reason why I got into the hobby. I mean, it does feel rewarding and fulfilling, but at the same time, it's also, I would say I consider myself more of an introvert than an extrovert.
Okay.
I always question why I'm streaming. Like I'm not the like type of person to be streaming or like putting myself out there.
So if we met it on the street, would you be like, "Hey, Fran, how you doing, man?" You give me a hug, you were like.
No, I mean now that I know you, I would do that. But like I'm not the person to like just go to like parties or like social hangouts to meet people. Like I mean, if it's with friends, that's fine. But like I don't like seek that kind of like social interaction.
Okay.
So yeah, I've said this a couple of times on my stream too. But the goal is to eventually like not be the face of Taeha Types. I'd rather be behind the camera. Like I love photography, I love gadgets, I like tech. But being on camera is not me.
And you're actually leaning towards that, right? I mean, you have been buying like photography tools and equipment, right? So that's you're moving toward that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be a while, but yeah, that is I think the long-term goal,
and that
to have someone else be the face. But I mean, it's rewarding. It's also, like you said, I do feel like there is a responsibility aspect to it.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird because it's not something I ever asked for, but at the same time, I do feel a sense of responsibility given the position I'm in.
Okay.
And I think my content's also changed to reflect that kind of responsibility. Like I never wanted to do introductory stuff.
Okay.
But yet my platform attracts the most amount of newcomers. I don't want to sound elitist, but like I want it to be like the obscure channel that like only the diehard like enthusiasts would like come to hang out and like just like hone their knowledge. But I answer like, what's the best pre-built every stream? That's the kind of like position I've been put in, and
now I feel bad for asking that.
No, it's fine. But like, and like I never really thought I'd be making or trying to make introductory videos, but that's something I've been working on, trying to put out introductory educational videos for newcomers.
Okay.
And I think that does come from a sense of like responsibility, just because of the size of my platform and what I've built up. So, it's a mixed feeling. It's definitely stressful, I'll say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then there's also the constant like worry of like, how long am I going to be up here? Like, who knows? There might be the next big up and coming YouTuber or Twitch streamer. I might be old news. No one might come to my stream one.
How old are you, if you don't mind me to ask? You look like 17, 18?
17, 18, you're lying. No one said I look that young.
Yeah?
I'm 25.
I mean, someone is saying that you're 46. Your chat that's your community. Those are your fans, your followers.
That's a inside joke of my stream.
46.
Yeah. My real age is 25.
25. You're so young. I mean, I'm 34. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it though, like the life of a content creator isn't that long. Mm-hmm. Like it's like a couple years, and then a lot of them fade into irrelevancy.
Yeah, because you need to, and this is something that I have been planning. I mean, I haven't even reached what I want to reach regarding streaming, and I've been planning more things to do after I reach that. Maybe it's like being too ambitious, but I know how the industry of entertainment is. It's so like ephemeral, so that's a word, ephemeral. So I know one day you can be like the top star of YouTube and Twitch or whatever, and the next day you're nobody. Okay, but this is how it works, all right? So in your case, what would it be? I mean, not going into details because probably there's some sort of inside information, but you have plans for the future of Taeha Types, not Nathan, but Taeha Types as a branding, because now you're a brand. So do you have plans for the upcoming future regarding that?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. One of them, I mean, the one that everyone I guess knows is these educational videos I've been trying to put out. I haven't put out many yet, but I've been trying to come up with ways to make it a more efficient process to put them out quicker and easier. Because currently I've just been doing everything myself. So my viewers know, I recently have started working with an editor slash like animator, graphics person to help with these videos.
Okay.
So that's one thing. I think the biggest thing for me is just diversifying content outside of what everyone else is doing. Yeah. Like build streams, I think, can only last so long for all of us keyboard streamers.
And there's something that you
who
said.
knows? Maybe build streams might be completely sustainable, but I think just for me at least, as someone who's done build streams for the past 2 years, I do want to branch out of it.
Yeah.
Not like entirely get rid of build streams, but I do think diversifying content is key.
Yeah, because actually you mentioned these, I think, and I was on that stream. I can remember that we actually mentioned that, and there's something that's so true. I mean, the life of a streamer that plays video games, let's say a horror video game stream, right? So that person is able to play tons of games, because usually horror games are actually, I mean, they are evolving, or they are constantly developed and created, right? But when it comes to keywords, and you mentioned these, sooner or later people will get bored of actually watching people build keyboards, right? So you need to adapt to the situation, because I would say I join your streams because how you build keyboards, and because of you, right? Because I'm a fanboy. I say that, right? But and it's something that people need to understand, right? Diversifying, just as you said, I think it's very important. It plays a huge role if you want to continue living out of these. Because you said that you quit your job at IBM, right? So, and programming, I mean, software developer, developing and everything related to software, I would say is very good when it comes to sustainability and, you know, to have a long life, right? And to having the risk to actually quitting your job to commit your full time as a streamer, YouTuber, etc. I mean, it's nice, but as you said, it's gonna end in some time. You don't know when, but probably it's gonna end. So yeah, diversifying, I would say, I agree with you. That's something that usually most streamers don't do. People that are on entertainment, they don't do, and usually people that are the most successful people, or people that belong to the entertaining environment, they have done that. They have, I don't know, released some sort of different branding or different items. I don't know. It's just to be aware of that situation, and don't believe that you're gonna live out of the streaming for your entire life. So, yeah, but I mean, there is also something interesting about the keyboard community and like the people in it. I don't know, they just like build streams. Like the majority of my time as a content creator has just been literally me just putting up my entire VODs on YouTube, and people watch these like 3-hour, 2-hour videos, which is not really common for people on YouTube or Twitch. Like no one really sits down to watch someone build a keyboard for hours on end. But oddly enough, like the people in the keyboard hobby, like once you figure it out, they go hard. Okay. And like they want to watch it all. They just like hanging out with the people in the chat and everything. So I don't know, maybe it is possible build streams are sustainable, but yeah, I am preparing for the worst case it is not. Yeah, it's just we are passionate about what we do. I mean, people in the keyboard community, I mean, spending $4,000 on a keyboard, I mean, I don't know if that's having too much money to spend, or being too passionate about what you have, because these are the prices of keyboards that we have in the aftermarket, right? I mean, examples of keyholes and irons and you know, probably the Aurora input, the one that is gonna release Sambamon and the Dream Team. I mean, only 100 are gonna be made. So I don't know. It's gonna be if someone gets that and sells that in the aftermarket, I would say it's gonna be very expensive. But yeah. All right. Okay. Good. And now, let's jump to the next segment, all right? Because I have segments, people. I'm gonna switch to Spanish because we did the whole interview in English.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Rapidísimo, amigos, amigas, vamos a pasar a un segmento. Porque tengo dos segmentos para ustedes, para hacer la entrevista un poco más amena y más divertida. Va a estar interesante, ¿ok? Espero les guste. De hecho, este ya lo tuvimos con Salvum. Este segmento va a estar bien bonito. Es de... No se llama idioma. De hecho, ahorita les voy a poner el segmento. Pero es relacionado con toda nuestra cultura latinoamericana. Entonces, a ver qué pasa con Taeha. A ver qué tan bueno es. A ver si hubo clases de inglés, de español en la primaria, en la secundaria. Porque aquí las clases de inglés en México luego están bien feas. Pero bueno, vamos a ver qué tal. Voy a explicarle esto a Taeha. Thank you, Alex. Ay, por cierto, gracias, Alex. Thank you. Gracias a todas las personas. No he podido ver el chat porque lo tengo a este lado. Y aquí tengo la cámara. Pero gracias a todas las personas que han estado escribiendo. Y que se han dado subscription. Pues bueno, a todos, gracias. Fue Rosy. Gracias, Rosy, por ese regalo. Qué hermosa persona eres. Y bueno, para las personas que no me entiendan hablando español, no se preocupen. Ahorita paso al inglés. Solo quiero agradecerles a todos y todas por estar otra vez aquí. Vamos a continuar. Nada más quería hablarles un poquito en español para marear un poquito a Taeha también. So I'm gonna switch back now to English. I was thanking everyone else in the chat, you know, the whole trio, and that we're gonna jump on the Spanish segment. All right.
Oh no.
Yes, to see how good you are, how well your Spanish classes were back in high school. Because I was telling them that when I was young, my English class, they suck so bad. And I'm an English teacher, all right? So yeah, my English classes when I was young, they suck so bad. I learned from actually practicing, and I mean, I lived in a place near Cabo which a bunch of people actually speak English, so that's the reason why I can do English, right? But let's see, you live in California, yes. A bunch of Mexicanos, Latinos, so let's see how good you are with these words, okay?
All right,
very good. Let's switch. I'm gonna change the music, just give me 1 second. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Don't be. It's gonna be fine. The only thing is I don't have so many music, or Latino music, so I'm gonna have to start playing more and more. Okay, so here we go. So this segment is called "Qué ricos tacos de lengua," and there we go.
I got a graphic for that.
Yes, indeed. And these are going to be... Remember, these are Spanish classes. Okay? I'm going to play the music. I forgot about that. So, these are Spanish classes. Okay? So, hopefully this is going to be fun. Because I'm going to teach you how to say these words. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. So, the image that you have on the screen... Do you know what is that? I mean, which brand is that? Can you see that? It's on the screen.
Oh, let me bring up this. Which brand is this?
Yeah, it's like the most famous brand in Mexico.
No, I've never seen this logo.
Okay, this one is like one of the most famous brands in Mexico. Okay, this one, then the brand is Yeyan, and you spell Y-E. Y-I-A-N. Yeyan.
Yeyan?
Yeyan. There you go. Okay, that's like the most famous brand regarding keywords in Mexico, because we have our own brand. The thing is, this brand usually everything is OEM, so we don't manufacture. We ask from China, and we just put a brand in there, and there you go. This is our keyword. Okay.
I've never heard of this brand.
Hopefully you won't. I'm gonna send you to build one on one of your streams. Hopefully in the future, so you can review. It's gonna taste like, it's gonna smell like mole probably. So, this keyboard, the word for that in Spanish is teclado.
I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. How you pronounce that?
Teclado.
Very good. Nice. That is very important, especially for our niche. Okay, teclado, and that one is yeyan.
What is that? Is that just keyboard, or do you guys have a word for mechanical?
No, it's a teclado mecánico. Mechanical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mechanical. Okay.
And the complete is mechanical custom keyword would be teclado mecánico personalizado.
Ooh, that's custom.
Yeah.
Personalizado.
There you go. Very good. Very good.
I see.
Nice. So, first one, check. Taeha, you have a 10 in this one. The next one. This phrase, okay? This phrase is... Just give me 1 second. Alright. This phrase is... Do you know, have you heard this phrase before?
I don't think I have. Yeah. Is that pedo or... I'm saying it wrong.
That's...
My like English is kicking in. What? I don't know what that second word is.
Pedo.
Que pedo.
There you go. Okay?
Don't know what it means.
And hopefully you never know. Now, I'm going to explain to you what is that. That is a phrase that we, as Mexicans, we use to... Because it's very complex. There is a bunch of... We have different forms and meanings regarding that phrase. So one is like when you greet someone... This is very formal, right? So please, if you ever have a meeting with a business person in Spanish, don't ever greet anyone with que pedo, because it's gonna be bad. So this is like WhatsApp. It's like WhatsApp, like que pedo. That is the one.
This is what's up?
Yes.
I swear I didn't learn this in Spanish class.
Well, obviously, obviously they're gonna teach you this in English class. Your teacher would be so bad. But this is one, all right? The other way is when you're like out of, I don't know, it's something is weird. It's like que pedo, like what the fuck. It would be what the fuck would be like que pedo. That is the other way. So we have like two different ways of using this phrase, and the translation for English would be what fart, because pedo is a fart.
What fart?
Yes, we are so complex when it comes to you cursing, but it's this. Okay.
Okay.
What fart? That's slang. Yes, que pedo.
All right.
So whenever you greet me, if you were on the stream and I open your stream and I say que pedo Taeha, you can say que pedo Frank. What?
All right.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Once again, don't use this in a formal situations, right? It's gonna be fine. Okay. Now the next one.
Wait, is it fart as in verb or noun?
As in noun.
Okay. Yeah. How do you say fart as a verb then?
Pedorrear.
Pedorrear. Okay.
Yes, pedorrear. Are you gonna take notes? I thought you're gonna take notes.
Oh no, sorry, I was crumbling up some trash.
I'm just messing up. Okay, so the next one. What is this? Well, you know this. We already talked about that.
Quesadillas.
Very good. Quesadillas, one of the most amazing dishes that exist in our world. Quesadillas. I love quesadillas. I mean, yes. You can put everything in
college.
Oof.
Ate a lot of that in college. Just home cooking. Yeah.
Yeah? Do you know how to cook?
I'm not an expert. I don't think I'm terrible though.
But you can survive.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. There is a question regarding quesadillas in Mexico, but I'm gonna save that question for later because I have another segment that is gonna include that question. All right?
Okay.
So the next one. No mames.
No mames.
Very good.
No memes.
No.
Oh.
No. This one is actually, the translation would be don't suck or not suck.
Don't
like
suck.
You suck. But I mean,
don't suck.
Yes,
okay.
It doesn't mean that, but that's the translation in English. This expression, no mames, is like when you're actually so disgusted, we can use like disgust, like no mames, or no mames, a surprise, or disgusted, or once again it could be the same as que pedo, all right? But that's yes, more.
I swear I didn't learn this either.
Well,
is this a common like expression?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. 10 out of 10 Mexicans use no mames when we are actually hanging out with people. It's like no mames, güey. No, güey. No mames. Or que pedo. Que pedo. Que pedo. Exactly. All right. That's the Mexican slang. All right. Can you try once again?
Okay. No mames.
Very good. All right. You're a very good student.
Wait, just to confirm, it's like disgust.
It could be like, no mames. Like, really? Instead of actually saying really, you can say like, no mames.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. The next one. What is this?
That's horchata.
Ah, no.
No?
No.
I don't know actually.
No. It's a Mexican dessert that is not even Mexican, I think. That's Spanish, but I mean, who cares? So, that is made out of rice. Milk.
Okay, I thought it looked like rice.
Yeah, it's rice and milk with cinnamon.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the name of
I don't
that
think I've-
is arroz con leche.
Okay, so that's literal
Exactly.
rice with milk. Okay.
Exactly. Arroz con leche. How is that?
I see.
Can you-
Arroz con leche.
Very good. If you haven't tried that, that's amazing. Well, people say in the US, it's called rice pudding.
Rice pudding. Okay, I don't think I've ever tried this.
Well, you should. I'm gonna send you because it's actually very delicious. I really enjoy arroz con leche. It's delicious and it's very sweet. You know, like
Wait, isn't horchata made out of the same ingredients too?
yes, I think it is. I don't like horchata, but yes, that's supposed to be this made out of that. But it's just it's different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can feel like the actual rice here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's like you can put that in your mouth and actually chew it. It's very soft, but it's not like drinkable. It's just to taste it. Okay, very good. And the next one, we have two more and we're done. I promise to you. This one, do you know what is this?
A mountain.
This is no. Well, yeah, it is. No, this actually no. It's not a mountain. This is a volcano.
Oh, volcano.
Yeah, but there is a name because we have volcanoes. Actually, a very famous volcano in Mexico. Yes, and it's a very difficult word that I even I had troubles trying to pronounce that. But let's see. I mean, you're more Mexican. You're more Mexican than I am. So let's see if you can actually try that. Okay.
I don't know any volcanoes in Mexico.
That one, the name of that is Popocatépetl. Can
Say
you,
that again?
Chat, can you write that on the write on that, please? Popocatépetl. There you have.
Popocatépetl.
Very good. There you go. Popocatépetl.
Wow.
Yes, that's a very difficult word. I don't even know what it means because there is a meaning. Okay, but I don't know. But I mean, the first try for being the first try, you did very good.
Thank you. I've never heard of this volcano either. Now that I read the name.
Yeah, it's close from where I live actually, and in Mexico City. Yes, and because it has some sort of, I don't know how this thing is called in English, but you know there's the smoke that comes out of volcanoes. You know that those things are poisonous and they are dangerous.
Yeah.
So it happens. So from time to time, the Popocatépetl, like I don't know, like how is that word? Like put out of this smoke, which is poisonous for us. So we need to be aware of this situation. Okay. Okay. The translation for Popocatépetl is mountain that smokes, but no smokes like put a like releases smoke. Yeah, exhales. Yes. Okay, that's the translation. Mountain that farts, kind of like that. Yeah.
I see.
Okay. All right. So can you try once
Mountain
again?
that. What was Farpedo Riar?
Yes. Ah, very good. I'm very proud of being your teacher. I think that this is the only thing that I can teach you. I mean, very good. And the last one. This is the last one, all right? This is the last one.
Okay.
This is a phrase that we have in Mexico. Okay? This phrase translate as, well, the pronunciation is Los teclados me dejaron comiendo maruchan. Maruchan. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. You know maruchan? Like noodle soup?
Yeah, the ramen.
Yes.
Do you make ramen, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but a very cheap one. Like in Mexico,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like Yeah, very cheap, very bad for your digestion, for your health. So that phrase is "Los teclados me dejaron comiendo Maruchan," which translates to basically, thanks to keyboards, I can only eat Maruchan because I'm in the ruin.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember what comiendo was, but I forgot what me dejaron meant.
Yeah. It's like
okay.
thanks to keywords, I'm eating Maruchan. So it means
Yeah,
like
I say that a lot.
yeah, exactly. they are so expensive that I mean I'd rather go and eat Maruchan than don't buy the next GMK set. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically.
I know. Yeah, Americans know that feeling too.
Now you don't try Maruchan, right? What do you eat?
Well, we eat Shin ramen. It's a Korean instant ramen. Yeah.
Which is also cheap.
You can get it for pretty cheap, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Can you try to pronounce that?
Los teclados me dejaron comiendo Maruchan.
Very good. I think you are even better than Salvan because Salvan actually had a very hard time trying to pronounce that. Very.
Okay, I mean, 4 years. Hopefully, I could.
4 years of Spanish. It's actually paying off. Nice. All right. Well, this phrase is so popular that I want to make some shirts out of this phrase to sell in Mexico. And I didn't tell you about this. Yes, like with this phrase, like los teclados me dejaron comiendo Maruchan. And I didn't tell you this, but I borrowed one of your pictures because I think you will be like the best model for this. So yes, that's. I would love to have you. And as soon as I have that t-shirt, I'm gonna send that to you. Are you willing to use that? That's gonna because that's gonna be like wow. I mean, that's gonna be perfect. Okay, so okay. With this, we're gonna finish with the Spanish lecture, the lesson of today. All right.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, please.
How do you say lube in Spanish?
I mean, the proper way would be lubricar. That's the verb, lubricar. But I would say lubricando. But I have heard people that actually wrote lubeando, which that's incorrect, right? It's lubricando.
What about as a noun?
As a noun, lubricar. Lubricación. Yeah.
Didn't you just say lubricar is also the verb though?
Yeah, lubricar is the verb. The noun the noun of actually doing is lubricación, la lubricación.
Oh, okay.
And the thing that you use, the lube, is called lubricante.
Yeah. Lubricante.
Yeah, we have the lubricante, that is the thing that we use. La lubricación is the noun as, you know, as the thing that you do. And, yeah, that's gonna be. All right?
I see.
So more things. Any other word you want to know?
Keycaps?
Keycaps. We have no translation for that word. I mean, we usually use teclas.
Teclas?
Yeah, teclas. Yes, but to be honest, I'm not so much of a fan because I think it works. Teclas, yes, but. Yeah, I would say teclas. I don't know. We have always. I mean, in my case, I always said that if I want to buy some keycaps, I said, "Oigan, quiero comprar keycaps." We use that. Yeah.
Wow, yes. There's no translation for keycaps.
Maybe there is. Maybe it's teclas, but because switches is interruptor, but we never said necesito comprar interruptores because that sounds like a. Yeah, and it sounds like you actually some recording of learning Spanish books, huh? Necesito comprar interruptores. Nah, that doesn't work. Necesito switches. Necesito comprar switches. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about group I?
It's the same. We don't have that. I mean, if there is a word, the one that we use in the niche is necesito entrar a este group by. Demasiados group buys.
Okay.
So we borrow a lot of words from you, basically. I would say the only thing that we actually say is teclado. That's the only thing. Okay. But I mean, even in switches, we use the like, for example, if you're gonna lube a switch, we say lubrica primero el housing, luego el stem, luego etcétera, etcétera. All right. So we use the words that you have for the parts of switches and keyboards in our own language, because I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, there's gotta be a word for stem in Spanish, though, right?
Yes, actually, I think it is actuador.
Oh, it's just long.
Yeah, it sounds weird. Yeah, it sounds weird. It's like, no, I mean, it's we borrowed that from you, so I would say it's gonna stay the same. Even if, I mean, I have some instructional videos too, and I usually use the group bys and stems, and from time to time I tend to change, but usually it's that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Any other question?
No.
No? Very good. So we're gonna finish this segment because we need to do something else. All right. So getting late. So this was the ricos tacos de lengua, as the ones that you like, Taeha, because tacos de lengua, you know what is that? Tacos de lengua.
Tongue.
Yeah.
Tacos with tongue. Yeah.
Exactly. So this was the segment, and now we're gonna do the questions from the chat. So chat, get ready, start to make questions. All right, and here we go. So now for the questions from the chat. If you have any questions, chat, please, now is the time. Please tag me, or put my name in there so we know. All right. Since there is a delay, I'm gonna wait a little bit for the questions if people actually have some questions. Okay, so the first one: can I sell my kidney for a keyword? Taeha, te amo. Taeha, can you show us your cats? Is there a way?
There's one right here.
You have another one, right? I mean, I thought it was only
I have 4 cats in the house.
4.
Two of them are mine. 2 of them are my sister's.
4 cats. Wow. Okay. That is Nami?
Yeah.
Nice. And you named her after Luffy and, I mean, One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece.
Nice. Very good. I mean, I would show you mine, but probably she's getting crazy downstairs. She likes to keep people. So maybe she's downstairs, yes. Okay, another question. Do you know that... No. When are we getting RGB rings for building keywords? RGB rings? What is that? I don't know what is that. Okay, what is the best switch for gaming?
Oh my.
Yes.
Best switch for gaming? It's membrane.
Membrane. Okay. Taeha, what is the best budget beginner hot swap kit?
If you're looking for hot swap, I would say just go with GMMK.
Okay. All right. They're glorious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. The next one. What is one thing you wish you could tell yourself when you first started out in this journey, hobby? That's a good one.
Ooh, one thing I could tell myself. Wait, when they say this journey, I'm guessing like keyboard journey, or?
Yeah, I would say let's go with keywords.
Be patient.
Okay.
Yeah, when I started out, I only got into the hobby and started buying things once I had like disposable income.
Okay.
So when I started out, I would buy I paid flipper prices for a lot of my early keyboards.
Really?
Because I mean, it wasn't as bad as it is now.
Okay.
Like I was still paying over like retail and market price, but that was kind of how I got exposed to a lot of things. I just kind of tried things out by buying it.
Okay.
Looking back,
all right,
it's stupid. Yeah, if you wait long enough, things will be in fashion. Things will go out of fashion. You'll eventually find people looking to sell stuff and whatnot. So,
okay.
I did waste a lot of money starting out.
Yeah, I feel related to that. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is where is the merch?
It's being delayed. Delays.
Okay, yeah. Delays. All right, next one. Favorite music?
Favorite music? I like ballads.
Ballads?
Sad ballads.
Like, do you have an example? Do you have a song?
Well, they're all Korean.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Next one. Do you think gasket is the best mounting? Depends, right?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Which one is the best mount? And you're gonna say like the one you like, right?
No, I think for me it's actually top mount.
Why?
If you gasket mount a board, you cannot get as good of a thock, I think.
Oh.
Gasket mounting tends to lead more to a clack. And in my pursuit of ultimate thock, I don't think I would go gasket.
Okay, nice, very good. What's your favorite? Okay, well, you already answered that. Which is a keyword that you could never sell because will hurt? Okay, the keyword that you would never sell because it's so important to you.
Oh, probably my number 2, stainless steel.
Okay, the one that you enjoy so much, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, do you enjoy building Tifu's keyboard?
Oh man, it was stressful. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was definitely stressful.
How many people do you have in the stream?
I think at my peak, probably 6,000, 7,000-ish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's too many people.
Yeah.
Wow. Well.
And he tuned in for a little bit himself too, so I was nervous.
Don't fuck things up. Yeah. Right? Okay. Where did you buy your sweaters? Your clothing?
Where? I mean, I shop from a lot of places, but I mean, this is the brand Ronin.
Okay, Ronin.
Yeah, they're actually having a drop tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Okay. The next one, they're asking if you could sell your Alp switches. I can give you mole from Puebla and tamales as extra.
No, I cannot, unfortunately. Oh, tamales! I haven't had tamales in so long.
They're nice. There's actually
they're so good.
There's actually a guy. I mean, sadly he didn't come today, but he actually he sells tamales in a bicycle. So he every single day in the afternoon and night they comes outside of my house. I mean, riding the bicycle, yelling tamales, calientitos.
Oh,
yes.
Sounds good right now.
Yeah, but he didn't come today, so that's sad. Okay, which one was more stressful, Alex, El Capo, or Tifus?
Oh, Tifus for sure.
Tifus, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know the letter Ñ?
Yes.
Yes? Oh.
Yeah.
Have you used that?
Only in Spanish class.
Well, okay. Well, fair enough. Okay.
Wait, what word doesn't mañana have the ñ?
Yeah. Señor.
Señor, yeah, señor.
Yeah, señor. Mañana. Uña. There's a bunch of them. Okay. Let me choose one. Yeah. Most of them are recommending for the first keyboard. I mean, kit for first build. Okay. When building El Rubius keyboard, do you know that?
When? Oh, El Rubius. He's another big
yeah, he's huge.
Spanish streamer. Yeah, he's huge. I don't know.
Okay. Taeha, what would you recommend me for the first custom keyboard? I think you said GMMK, right?
Yeah, I mean that varies a lot on budget though.
But I mean, it's always available, right? Compared to the NK65.
GMMK, yeah, it's always available.
Okay. How you feel knowing you have helped a lot of people in many ways, from building the first keyboards all the way up to deal with mental issues like depression or anxiety? That's very deep, thoughtful question.
Oh, that's also very. That's a question. Yeah, I mean, I do get comments like that. Like someone's having a bad day, and then they'll leave a comment saying like, "Oh, your video helped me out." I'm a very stoic person, so I've never experienced depression or like anxiety. As much like my friends have gone through it, but like as much as I would love to help people with that, I just don't know how to.
It's difficult.
Yeah, like I can't relate as much as I want to help someone out. Like I can do it. All I can do is like listen. But yeah, it's definitely rough. if you are going through it, I don't quite have the answers on how to deal with that. But if my videos can help people out like that, I mean, I do feel, that's the least I can do for someone if they're having a rough day.
Yeah, it seems that most people are having that issue, and I have seen a bunch of streamers, like huge streamers and small streamers, that are actually suffering from that. It's very common. I mean, maybe it's because I'm old enough to be like I'm some sort of millennial, because I'm on the edge between millennial and Generation X. So, but I've seen. I mean, I have most of my students are from university, so I have the opportunity to face this situation. That I don't know if this generation, because I don't want it to generalize, but it's difficult, right? I mean, there's a bunch of kids that are having so many problems regarding these depression, anxiety, mental issues. I mean, it's difficult for them. And now, if you take into account that we have the pandemics and everyone is locked down, I would say it's going to be even harder for these people, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about all those JWK recolored?
I don't think they're good for the community. To be honest, it just causes confusion and unnecessary questions. But at the same time, it's also a way for people to try out these switches just because the original ones aren't being restocked frequently enough. It's a mixed bag.
Which ones would you say are the original ones? Alpacas?
I think there was one before Alpaca.
H1s?
I think H1 came out after Alpaca. Alpaca is definitely one of the earlier ones. I think T1 is also an early one. T1s might have been the first public Holy Panda clone, I think. But yeah.
All right. Okay. Are creams overrated?
I don't think enthusiasts overrate it. I think it's overrated by unexperienced folks.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because of Tfue.
Yeah.
Well, like you talk to any veteran, they're not really gonna hype up cream. Yeah, it's mostly the uninformed people.
Actually, yes. Okay. Favorite layout: 60, 65, TKL, full, 40, 55, 2%. Alice. TKL?
Yeah.
Nice.
TKL is my.
Why do you think? Because I'm also a fan of TKLs. I think this is classy, edgy, stylish.
Yeah, I think it's just the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I could still use the arrow keys. I don't really need a numpad, but having arrow keys is nice for me.
Okay. All right. Okay, 2 more questions. Should GMK-based kits include the Enye?
If it's just a single Enye, why not? I don't think adding one single keycap is going to change the price all that much. But if you're asking for a whole kit, maybe that's something we have to discuss.
The thing is, it's very weird how even in the north or some exotic like sets, they don't add the Enye, but you have like keycaps for like the European community. I don't know how difficult it is. To be honest, I don't even have a clue. I'm no expert regarding keycap manufacturing or designing. So, okay. And all right. Do you think that the Melody 65 is worth it, or KVD 75 V2? I mean, if you had to pick, to choose.
Different price point and different layout. I do prefer the Melody 65. It was a little too tall for me. But yeah, I think you need to be more specific.
Okay. All right. And the last question, I'm going to use another one. Yes, there was and let's finish the questions with some the polemics. What happens with ripping off designs? Are you aware of a post that Clavier had, I think like yesterday or 2 days ago, in which he actually ranted on this whole thing of ripping off designs of GMK? Because you can see, if you actually look for in internet, you can find like Olivia set. I don't know which set is that, but you can find Olivia colorway in another keycap set, which is like more than half cheaper. So what are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about Clavier being ranting and being so mad to people that it's actually stealing designs?
I did see that rant post, and I definitely think he has a point. As a hobby that is a maker's / designer's hobby at its core, I don't think that's good or healthy. I mean, cloning and all that obviously exists in other industries.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I think they just kind of become numb to that. Especially like, I mean, one hobby that I know for like streetwear, for example, like clothing, people are pretty much numb and okay with buying fakes and reps. But it's like kind of an established industry. I feel like the keyboard industry we're very young, and we have the power to not make it like every other industry. And I think it's important for public people like that to take stances against clones and whatnot.
Okay.
Because if you promote clones and reps and all that, one, not only does it promote an unhealthy culture, but it also deters people from putting out work.
Okay.
Like why would designers want to come in and put out new products when someone's just going to rip it off and then make money off of it? Like, yeah, in the short term, customers might be happy because they missed out on the group buy and they can buy this clone. But long term, it's not going to have a good effect on the community, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you take, I mean, it's just one example, but if you take Key Cult, if people are just constantly ripping Key Cult off and purchasing from these fake people or clones, why would Key Cult operate anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're not gonna be able to support themselves because people are buying clones instead, and eventually they might go out of.
Okay.
So
and won't you think that there is actually an audience like so specific because they, in the end, they want to. I mean, I will use this word like to flex. So because buying GMK sets is not cheap by all means, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even in a group buy. So do you think people are actually buying GMK sets because also, and keywords because flexing also, to be elitist, or what are your thoughts about that? This is just a random question.
yeah, I think flex and hype are definitely a problem in keyboards. But I think it's just like a cultural thing.
Okay.
Like it's just like the cultural thing nowadays for people to want to like flex and like have, I guess, recognition if they feel they're getting it from owning a certain keycap. There's definitely that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a mix of things too. I genuinely see a lot of people coming in thinking they purchased like a real GMK set, but it's like a fake.
All right.
And it's not like because they were trying to support the fake, but they just legitimately didn't know it was a fake.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I have seen lately.
It's a mixed thing, yeah.
There's people that actually, I mean, on the chat, they're saying that they have seen, and this is something that I have seen, bentos, fake Olivias, fake Modern Dolce, and they even have the names in Spanish. I don't know if that's the same in English, but the Modern Dolce, if I remember correctly, the translation that you can find in Amazon, you can buy these kits in Amazon, is muñeca dulce. I don't know if the chat can, which translates to English like a sweet doll. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but that's the name of the keycap set, right? I mean, HK Gaming, Muñeca Dulce. I don't know. Well, yeah, that's the translation. And we can even see like fake pandas. You know, I mean, pandas have been a whole drama every single time, every single day. But you can buy now some of these pandas, holy pandas from Fecker. I don't know if you are aware of that brand. It's from Banggood.
No.
Yeah, you can buy fake pandas, and there are some people actually reviewing them, and they are claiming that they are like 80 to 90% the same at less than half a price of a normal panda. So yeah, it is. I mean, I don't support that in any ways. It's just, to be honest, I'm on the side. I tend to lean to, it feels bad, you know, like people actually making the effort to produce something interesting, nice. They spend hours designing keywords and keycap sets. So all the people just arrive and grab that. Don't do anything. And there you go. I think this feels nice. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. So now we're done with the questions from the audience. I'm sorry, but I mean, there are too many questions. We and I continue with the last segment of today. All right. And after this, we're gonna say goodbye. But first, the last segment, and hopefully you are gonna enjoy this. Okay. This one.
Okay. Is this a surprise one?
Yes, it's a surprise one. I mean, Taeha is not aware of these. Ahorita vamos a pasar, I'm going to switch to Spanish. Vamos a pasar, chat, ahorita a un segmento que preparé para Taeha, que es sorpresa. Este no estuvo con Salvon ni con Jorge. De hecho, Taeha tampoco sabe de este. Este no tiene que ver con español, pero está padre. Es algo que me gustó. Es una dinámica interesante. Ahorita van a ver qué es. Seguramente algunos ya lo han visto en otros lugares. Pero bueno, vamos a conocer un poco más a fondo sobre quién es Taeha Types, aka Nathan, or Nathan, aka Taeha Types. Alright, so I just explained in the chat that this one is a surprise, even for you, and that with this, we're gonna get the chance to know more about you. Probably you are aware about these some sort of segments because you have seen. I mean, they're very pretty popular when it comes to celebrities, and I think I decided to go with this one because why not? I mean, you're a celebrity now. You're responsible. Yes, and you eat mole. Very good. So now that's the best one. So this one is called is the rapid fire section.
Transitions planned out.
Oh yes. So there you have. I mean, I have the questions. The question is in Spanish. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you the question because I mean it is so you are aware of that. All right. This is for the audience. Okay. The first question you're gonna have. I mean, you know how do you know how this works? I mean, the rapid sessions and how they work. Are you aware of this?
No.
I'm
Am I supposed to answer off the top of my head?
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna ask questions quickly to see how fast you can answer. It's just like what comes out of your heart, right? So the first question is, what do people say when they recognize you on the street?
Oh, it's happened a couple times. It's mixed. Sometimes people question if it's actually me, and sometimes people go, "Oh, it's you, Taeha Types." Yeah, it's a mix. It's only happened it's definitely happened less than 10 times so far since I've gone full time, but it has happened in the streets. Yeah, the most recent one being, I got recognized in the Apple store. One of the employees recognized me, and he just knew it instantly because of my rings. Like I had a mask on and everything, but he saw the rings. I was like, "Oh, you're Taeha Types." He's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan."
So he saw your fingers and he was like, "Wow, you're." I mean, that's amazing. He's a huge fan. All right.
I mean, I guess my rings do. I don't know.
Okay. Next question is your favorite accent. Which one is your favorite accent?
Like language?
Yeah.
Oh, Australian.
Australian. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Next question. What is your pump up song? The one that
pump up song?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have a pump up song. I told you.
You should have. Everyone has a pump up song. I mean, a song that puts you in a mood. That's my jam. No.
Literally, whether I'm working out, like I'm driving late at night, I need to wake up. It's always slow ballads. That's all I listen to.
So when you're actually exercising, you have sad.
I don't listen to upbeat music. I have sad music playing.
Oh wow! I mean
it's like sad love songs. Yeah.
I didn't expect that. Okay, next one. Do you do karaoke?
I do. It's been a while, but I like karaoke.
So you're a beast in karaoke.
I'm not a beast, but I enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay, next one. Which one was the first R-rated movie that you saw?
I can't remember. First R-rated movie?
Yes, your first R-rated movie that you saw.
That's way too long ago. I don't remember. I don't even know what's R-rated.
So, I mean, R-rated, we can tell. I mean, have you seen Midsommar? I mean, like, if it had some gore or cursing or sex or violence, I mean, like, very heavy, we can call that R-rated. So you choose.
That's true. Man, what was my first? I couldn't tell you. It's way too long.
So
you remember your first R-rated movie?
Yes, I do. But I'm surprised, and I'm gonna tell you why am I surprised? Because that means that you were too young when you saw that. So you were underage when you saw an R-rated movie. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Probably, yeah. Well, my parents didn't care too much about the movie rating.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Who cares, right? Well, the first one that I saw, I'm gonna tell you is it was Spawn. Maybe, I mean, this is too.
Spawn?
Yeah, that's too old for the audience. I mean, that's a movie that it was on the movies. It wasn't the theater, but it was. So I mean, it was like, I don't know, like 25 years ago. I mean, I was 17.
Wow, and you remember that?
Yes, I do, because I wanted to go. I was a very huge fan of Spawn, and when they released the movie, I was like, I need to go. But I mean, since it was R-rated, I was young, I couldn't go. That's why I remember. But I sneak into the movies, and I saw that. That's my first R-rated movie. And
wow, I guess mine didn't leave an impression on me for me to remember.
Yeah, now I feel bad bragging about that, but I mean, yes. Okay, the next question. Your favorite dish dish that your family prepares. Your favorite food prepared by your family. Yes.
Oh. Korean barbecue.
Korea. Okay, that means Korea barbecue. Very good.
It's the best when we bust out the butane gas grills. Just cook it at home.
I would say it's very like ours, right? Like carne asada.
Depends. We generally don't really flavor it. We just kind of cook. We just season salt and pepper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Next question. Have you broken a bone?
Broken a bone? Never.
Yes, never. Okay.
Yeah.
Neither have I. Next. Can you? I mean, I changed these because I don't know if you have a subway or a bus in California, but I mean it's very common that we have in Mexico. We have a metro, the subway, and it's very common. We have developed the people that are very used to this, sleeping on the subway or in the bus. They have developed this sense of awareness. They can they can fall asleep, and I don't know why. As soon as they arrive to their stop, they wake up. It's just like they feel. So it's like it's very. I mean, it's I haven't developed that because I have overslept and I woke up like 5 stations later. But yeah, okay. So have you ever or can you fall asleep in a plane, in a subway, in a bus?
So I mean, California, we do have a metro, but it's not very developed, I would say. So I can't say I can do it on a bus or the train.
Okay.
But I do know what you're talking about. Like when I'm in a car and I'm not the one driving, like if it's a family trip, like I can fall asleep and I just know when we get home.
Yeah.
Like without my parents waking me up. Like I can feel when we're like about to drive up to the driveway of our house. Like there's that feeling on what you're talking.
Okay. All right. So you can.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next question. Oh shit. What has been your worst job?
My worst job. I have worked as a server / cashier / dishwasher at a Korean restaurant my senior year of college.
Everything, all those 3 things that you mentioned at the same time.
Yes, I had to juggle all 3.
Nice. Wow, streamer are saying on the chat. We can relate sometimes. Okay. Next question.
Yeah, it was rough because the owners were not the nicest.
Oh.
And then I would be working alone. So I mean, the restaurant wasn't big. It would probably seat like 20-ish people at most. But like I worked during like the busy shifts.
Okay.
So like I would have to juggle between back and forth. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, now you're a tough one. Okay. Next one. Dream vacations. Dream vacations.
Dream vacation. Ooh.
Yes.
Just be to go somewhere remote. A lot of nature. Go fishing whenever I can. Just take pictures. That's my dream vacation.
Bora Bora. Do you have a place in particular? Like a place as it is?
Yeah, so I don't really travel much. So all of this is just based off like social media and what I have gathered here and there. New Zealand looks pretty nice.
Indeed.
I would like to go to Australia. It looks pretty nice too. Any European country too, really. I've never been to Europe.
I never have I. But I've heard that's amazing. I mean, for example, yes, I don't know, like Switzerland, I think it looks amazing.
Yeah, Switzerland looks nice. Japan looks nice.
Yeah.
A lot of the Asian countries look nice too.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna a small pause, but this is my cat, alright? Her name is Momo.
Momo.
Yeah, which translates in Spanish to peach, because I mean her color is like a peach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How old is she?
I think she's like she likes to bite my beard. She's like 5 months 5 months old, I think.
Oh wow, she's young then.
Yeah, she's very young. I mean, she's like she likes to run and to you know, mess up with a lot of things. Okay, the next question. Whoop. Do you have any phobia or irrational fear?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm a little bit scared of heights. It's not like to the point where I can't do anything. Like I can do heights, but I definitely get scared.
Okay, the heights.
Phobia.
Insects? Small
Not
spaces?
really insects.
No? Death?
Oh. Oh, I guess death, yeah.
Everyone is afraid of that.
Trypophobia. Whenever I see those, I get the goosebumps.
You received a mouse from Glorious, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And have you used that?
No, it's in the box.
Do you have plans on using that? I mean, since I'm asking because it has this honey shape.
Yeah. I am building out a second like setup, so I'll probably use that to like test out other mice and whatnot.
And gaming. All right, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next one. How do you like your steak?
Oh, medium rare.
Me too.
Nice.
Nice.
That's the true only way to eat steak.
Yes, I hate when people ask like it's medium rare, 3/4, and how you call it, full? Like I forgot even in Spanish. So is it rare, medium rare? The next one, how it's full? I forgot the name in Spanish.
I think you just jump up to well done.
Well done.
In America,
yes.
yeah, well done.
Okay, because in Spanish we have 4. We have un cuarto, 2 cuartos, 3 cuartos, y 4 cuartos. Okay, so it's término medio, 3 cuartos, o bien cocido, well done. Okay.
Okay.
So medium rare, me too. Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
I can understand. So like my grandma, for example, she only eats well done. So I feel like if you're on the older side, I can maybe understand, but if you're young, medium rare is the way.
Yeah. But I mean, people probably they don't like blood because, but I mean that tastes amazing. I love.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Ow! What's like the movie that you will always watch on TV? Favorite movie? That movie that whenever it's on TV, you're gonna stay and watch the movie.
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I am always down for Lord of the Rings.
Ow! Okay.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I need to let it go. You're free. There you go. So my favorite, I would say, is gonna be I don't know why, Die Hard.
Die Hard. Okay.
Yes. Have you watched the movie?
That's a series, right? I know I've seen one of them.
Yes.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Is it only a single movie?
No, it's actually like it has 3 movies. Die Hard 1.
Yeah,
I know
okay,
4.
yeah, I thought so. I've seen one. I forget which one I've seen.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Next. What is the worst place to queue, to make a line, to be stuck in a line? The worst place to be stuck in a line.
What?
Yeah, in a queue. For example, you're actually you're in a queue or in a line to buy something, or at the airport, or in the bank, and you need to do some errands, and to be stuck in a line. Like you
I think for food.
Okay. For food.
I think waiting for food is the worst.
All right.
Like at a restaurant.
Yeah, me too. I don't like.
I think it's almost ironic in a sense that you're waiting for food or at a restaurant.
Yeah, actually, that sucks. It's actually very bad. Okay. What would you dream of when you were a kid? What would you like to do when you were young? When you were a kid?
What did I dream of?
Yes, your dream. What would you like to do or to be when you were older? When you were a kid? When you were a kid?
I dreamt of being president of the
Really?
United States.
You're so cute. That's nice. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was partially influenced by my parents. But I quickly realized that I am ineligible to run for president.
Okay, well, in my case, I wanted to be, I had 2 things. I mean, it's gonna be very cheesy. I wanted to be an astronaut, and I wanted to be a firefighter. Those were the things that than I want to be when I was young. Yeah, firefighter. Then I discovered that I was that fire was actually very dangerous, and I quit. Yeah, that dream. Run. Why do you run as president? Yes, Taeha 2024 as president of the United States.
You have to be a natural born citizen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Most overused word. Most overused word.
By me, or what do you mean?
You. I mean the most overused word that you have. The word that you use the most.
Probably
Redo.
no, that's not my most. I only say that on stream, but if you consider like outside of stream too.
I mean, you have some in chat, right? You have redo, girl like,
Redo.
okay, buddy. That's toxic.
I do say okay, buddy, a lot. I say that's toxic a lot.
Actually, yes. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, I say dude a lot. Oof. One of those.
Okay. Next question. Have you ever held a monkey?
I hold myself. I am a monkey.
Yeah. You have overcome the barrier of being self a monkey. Okay. No, have you ever tried? I mean, I've never done that. But
no, not an actual monkey. I've never held an actual monkey.
Okay, all right. And the last question, I think this is the last one. Quesadillas. Okay. Quesadillas with cheese or without cheese. This is a debate that we have in Mexico.
What?
Yes, because, and this is very complex, because in Mexico we have quesadillas that they don't have, or I mean are prepared without cheese. Is the
what do you put in it then?
Whatever. I mean, like it could be meat. It could be I don't know, rice. It could be any kind of dish you want. You can basically do any kind of quesadilla, like quesadilla of chicken, of barbecue, of whatever thing. But it's not a taco. It's a quesadilla. I don't know why. I mean, even myself, that I'm Mexican, I don't understand that. But yeah, what's your point in that? Quesadilla con queso or sin queso?
I think it's gone. I think that's what makes it a quesadilla.
Very good. There you go,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. This is how it works. This has been stated by the one and only Nathan, right? Yes, I also agree on that. Because yes,
If you don't put the cheese, you might as well. It's just like a soft street taco.
there you go.
A giant soft street taco. I feel like the cheese is what makes a quesadilla a quesadilla.
Exactly. I salute you.
I mean, it has queso in it.
Yes. I mean, this debate has been so long that people have actually claimed, which is also fake, that quesadillas come after. It was named after a word in Nahuatl, which is a dialect that we have, or another language in Spanish in Mexico. All right, that's supposed to be quesaditzin or something. That's something that I saw, but it's all fake. All right, so it's all fake. It's quesadilla comes from queso. And this is the truth. Even if you ask Google about this, Google's gonna tell you that quesadillas come with queso. Okay,
Yeah.
Very good. And yes, that was the last question. Okay, so well, let's go back to the main segment. The main part, so we can say goodbye and farewell this beautiful interview. Okay, so here we go. Let me pause the music. And here we go. Oh, yes. I need to do these sounds because, I mean, I forgot. Here we go. Okay. So, I'm going to play music once again. So, well, guys, this stream has come to an end. Right, it's already 9:34, which is we have been online for 2 hours already. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was nice. So before I tell you, I mean, I say farewell. Do you want to say something to the audience, to your own audience? Now they learn something from you. They know that you can actually, you're a better Mexican than I am, and that you can do some words in Spanish and more things about you, and also some words that you can say to us as a Spanish Latin American community which is about to grow. So any words, please?
Yeah, actually, I think I see more of your viewers. I don't see much of my viewers, at least talking in chat. I have chat open, but yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure. I'm all for the Spanish and Latin American communities to grow. I think diversity is always great, and keyboards, it's a global hobby, doesn't discriminate. No racism in keyboards. There shouldn't be racism, period. But yeah, I think it's fantastic to see another region come up. I hope more people like Frank also come up as well. We need more content creators in the Spanish-oriented communities as well. I hope your viewers continue to support creators like you guys. I mean, it's a mutual thing. Without the content creator or the viewers support, doesn't work. It's got to be a two-way street. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me today. I learned a lot of Spanish. I brushed up on my Spanish, learned some new stuff too.
When you arrive to Mexico, now you can greet someone on the street. ¿Qué pedo? Yeah.
I would love to go to like a meetup in any of these countries one day. I was actually supposed to go to a first international meetup this year, but
yeah,
the pandemic happened, so that got failed. But yeah, I mean, I think the hobby going international is great. It's my dream to see like a intercontinental like keyboard convention yearly. That would be amazing. If like people all over the world fly somewhere to just bond over keyboards, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I mean that's supposed to be last year. I think it was last year or about the beginning of this year. There was a meetup regarding keyboards in Mexico City. But at that time, I wasn't that into keyboards. But it happened already. So probably it's gonna happen because since this is getting bigger and bigger, I'm sure that it's gonna happen sooner or later. So you're more than welcome. I mean, I can contact you and you can have as many tamales as you want, as much money as you want. I mean, yeah. So you're more than welcome, Taeha, Nathan. So yeah, but. Well, now on my behalf and probably on behalf of everyone on the chat, I would say that this is actually a very this is the first time that things like these are happening in our community. Okay, we are still young, but we are growing. Actually, I want to show you something before we go. Let's see if I can show you that because I'm not positive. No, I'm gonna be able. I'm sorry. Well, I was gonna show you some of the designs. The people that are from our own community. Okay, we're actually growing fast. But yeah, you being here on the stream is actually very important for us because these can lead to us achieving more things in the future. And I don't know. I mean, I have been also. I have been in contact with. I mean, trying to make some our PR, personal relationships, and try to networking because this is a very important part of a streamer. I've tried to contact I contact Andrew Upas. He's an amazing guy. He's I love him. Also Salvin is amazing. Jorge from Keycold, I mean, he also is amazing. Everyone is amazing. All right. And yeah, it's just I'm very excited. The Mode 80 is something that I haven't told, but the guys from the Mode 80 they contacted me because of you. They saw the post.
Oh, really?
Yes, they saw your post on Instagram, and they sent me a message and they asked me if I wanted to build one of the Mode 80s on stream. And
oh wow!
Yes.
They still haven't. They never asked me.
Because they're afraid. Probably they're afraid of you. I mean, you're gonna. But
that's great though.
Yeah, and I'm very surprised because it's something that is happening, and to be honest, I never thought about that. I mean, when they approached me, it was like, really, are you serious about that? Clavier offered me something also, and I was like, really? I mean, there are so many incredible people, and it's everything I owe to you. Once again, I'm gonna sound like a very huge fanboy, which I am. Okay, but thank you on behalf of me and everyone in Latin America and in the chat. Thank you so much for having done for doing what you're doing, for being an inspiration to me and a lot of people that is happening that are here now, and for the more people that are gonna meet you in the future. All right, even though you don't know these, we know you in Mexico, in Latin America. Okay, you're huge, and I respect whatever you do. I think this is amazing what you have done. It requires courage, strength, endurance, and a bunch of things that I mean, only a few people know about these. All right, so thank you about these, and thank you for what you have done. Hopefully, maybe we can do something in the future together once again. I can teach you more Spanish if you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm always up for that. Okay, so but yeah, chat. Now is the time to go. If you want to say some words for Taeha, I mean Taeha, thanks Taeha. This was fun. Blah, blah, blah. We love you. Thank Nathan. You have been here, means a lot for us. We love your job. Adios. Can I have a shout out please before? I got a quiz low. What do you remember? Shout by. Thank
What's
you.
a mimir?
A mimir. It's an inside joke that we have in a Latin American community. Well, it's actually in Mexico, which is supposed to be like go to sleep, but I think it was made because of a Japanese or Korean person. I can't remember about that.
Oh, wait, isn't dormir?
Yeah, but I mean,
why is it mimir?
I don't know. Mimir.
Oh,
I don't know.
mimir.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm a boomer now. I'm so boomer that I don't even understand what's happening there. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do what I usually do. All right. So please don't go, guys.
Okay.
We're about to finish these. But the thing that I usually do, and it's part of my stream, hopefully you enjoy it, is I play a song, and you know I'm a very dramatic. I like drama on my stream, in a good one. So I always use this song. So thank you guys. Thank you once again, Nathan.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
No,
Hopefully, Chad enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not as lively as some other folks.
Well, you are. I mean, I really enjoy the stream. Actually, to get to know that you actually you're even more Mexican than I am. That you can. That was amazing. So out of my heart, thank you, Nathan. Thank you, chat. I'll see you on Sunday, okay? And let's see what happens. Remember that we have a goal. I'm gonna talk about that later. But yes,